Carmelo Anthony announced his return back to the NBA just about 3 weeks ago with the Portland Trailblazers on that non-guaranteed deal. And he's already named Western Conference Player of the Week this past week. And I had to get on this because this honestly just felt like a pity move by the NBA. And just disrespectful, honestly, to James Harden and Luka Doncic. I just don't like it, man. Like, this is the same week we're talking about James Harden dropping 60 points in 3 quarters versus the Atlanta Hawks. Okay? The Golden State Warriors in 3 quarters didn't even score as a team 60 points in 3 quarters just the other night against the Hawks. That's how impressive James Harden was. Just a couple points shy of his career high. And I'll get on to him a little bit later on. But man, like, this is the same week Harden does that. Luka is still playing at an MVP type level. And you give the award to Carmelo Anthony. Now, I have nothing against Carmelo. I wish him the best. When I made that video saying he was returning to the Portland Trailblazers, returning back to the NBA, I was happy for the guy. I had never rooted against him, but at the end of the day, I can be real and say, okay, he's not the same Carmelo Anthony that we've seen back in his days with the Denver Nuggets, the New York Knicks, anything like that, you know? In Houston, he was absolutely abysmal defensively into the season. And then even in OKC, he just wasn't the guy to fit along with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. The ball is too stagnant with Carmelo, and that's kind of always been a problem with him throughout his game, throughout his career. And honestly, his style of play really just doesn't fit the way the NBA is anymore. You're still going to need to be halfway decent defensively unless you're dropping 60 points in 3 quarters like James Harden. But the problem is ISO ball, the way Melo does it with a stagnant offense, doesn't really fit to the NBA game as we have it now. Is he a stretch four? Can he still give you 15, 20 points on any given night? Absolutely. Is he deserving of a roster spot in the NBA, and should he have been out a whole year? I don't think so. I think he should have been on a roster spot, the 450. There's no way you can tell me there's 450 guys better than Melo, even though he's still not the same player that he once was. Are you kidding me? And Carmelo gets this award. Nothing against Carmelo Anthony. I have nothing against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm just saying this award felt like, let's just give it to him. Let's just give it to him because we feel bad and we want the storyline. He is not deserving of that. Doesn't matter. I'm sure James Harden and Luka Doncic could not care less about the award that week. I'm sure their mind is set on the playoffs. And then, probably a first round exit after that. But all I'm saying, though, is I just didn't like the idea of the award going to Carmelo that week, specifically that week with the competition that he had against him. And then I want to briefly hit on James Harden real quick. I can be the first person to admit when I'm wrong. James Harden and the Houston Rockets have proven me wrong through this point in the year. We're in the first week of December. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. I was confident heading into the season that the Rockets would be a good regular season team. They're proving me right in that direction. Did I think that they were going to be maybe this good and playing this damn good consistently? No, I did not. But I still have a problem with James Harden to an extent. I'm not taking away the fact that he dropped 60. Not taking away the fact that he's averaging like 39 points per game. But my thing is, he still has Russell Westbrook on his team. He's still got other players. And it still feels like they're not being a part of whatever it is D'Antoni's trying to build over there. And my thing is, man, like, look. Even though he dropped 60 points, and that's great, that's out of this world, honestly, in 3 quarters. I don't know if that's bad Hawks defense or James Harden just being that absolutely great. But I'm telling you, man, he's going to mess around and drop 80 one night. He's going to break that Kobe record one night. And it's probably coming soon. But, man, I don't get why D'Antoni is just busting his hump every single night in the regular season when we've seen year in, year out, the same Houston Rockets. Great regular season team, plummets as soon as they hit the playoffs. Granted, last couple years, conference finals, first round exit, 1 year with the Warriors a couple years back. Last year they made it to the semifinals after beating Utah in the first round. But every year, man, we see Harden fall flat on his face for the majority of the big moments in the playoffs. And he's going to be worn out again come May. I'm not trying to get on the bandwagon and I'm not trying to diss. I'm just stating the facts and what I know is going to happen. If Harden continues to use up this much of his energy in a regular season game where it's not necessary and his team's up by 54 points, then you know what? So be it. Let him have it for the moment. But he knows his body and he knows that every time the playoffs come, he's not the same player. at the end of the day, I guess I'm happy for Carmelo, even though they didn't deserve that award. And then James Harden, that's great. That's cool. He dropped 60 points. Fabulous. Whatever. I still don't see the Rockets competing consistently in the West come playoff time. But like I said, right now, they're fine. It is what it is. All right. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. And always comment down any more video ideas y'all want me to cover. Let me know what you guys think about Carmelo Anthony and James Harden, what I had to say. And then do you guys actually think Harden can drop more than 60 in a game? I think it'll happen, but I want to hear what you guys have to say as well. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out.